Hi, I'm Catherine, the creator of Shia and the Jetsons Community Preservation of the Promised Land. I'm here to give you guys your free Jetsons. It's a motorhome, top of the line motorhome coach for you and your family to travel in 13 different Promised Land areas in your area nationwide. So I patented it. Go look at all of my other videos. Go look at my website, www.catherinepromise.land. Okay, so I left the description below. Now, let's talk about, what's going on. Okay, so what's happening? So right now, the Gentiles are receiving their karma, their judgment, okay, because the 400-year slavery has ended in 2019 when Trump took office. Because when he took office, uh, he said Corona, whatever, you know what I mean. So that that came about on his watch. That means that Trump means that the 400 years to the day means that his name is Trump. Trump's being blown. It's the end of the 400-year slavery. And even on the news, they put something about Juneteenth. It was the end of 400-year slavery. Okay, well, all of that is true. It really is because everything is going back into reverse. So that means that if you were not here, if your bloodline race was not here prior to 1619, ooh, damn. Yeah, now there's a video. Oh, that's right. You guys have to go to my Patreon. I'm gonna load up some video. I can't not show it on, on YouTube, but you have to go to my Patreon. I'm gonna load up 4 videos today, and ooh, somebody call. Ooh, oh wow. Thank you, Rochelle and Earl. Earl just donated. Thank you. Earl donated today, and Rochelle just donated. Now there's a list of people that donated. It was another one. Jefferson, thank you so much for donating. Thank you. Um, there was 2 other people donated the day before yesterday. Where did that list go? I wrote it down and everything. Okay, I wrote down the list of people. It was 4 people that donated. Well, today, uh, Earl donated $33. Thank you so much. And then another person donated before that. $33. Thank you. $30. Thank you so much. And then Rashida. Thank you so much, Rashida. Uh, okay, so thank you so much for the person that I didn't name that donated $30. Thank you so much for $33. And I had you written down on the list here. Because I want to make sure to mention the people that donated. So thank you so much. Anyway, let's get to the. Okay, so now we will get to the promised land. Let me tell you how. You have to look at my Rumble or my Patreon. I can't show the videos here. Now, I'll show you exactly what's happening. Everything is going into reverse. Now, I wanted to show you this video. Remember I told you a video about the woman that is in, it was the Hothis versus the Tutsis. Now, I broke down how the UN is saying that they're saying that United States, you know, uh, they they stand against treason. Treason. They've committed crimes against us, crimes against the Negro race, gingerbread colored people. Here in America, and that you know they are going to be tried or something for treason, for high treason. Now, this is what the UN said. Now, what's real interesting about the UN, United Nations, is that they're probably the worst entity in the world, because this woman explains, and another woman in another state in Africa explains genocide that's been going on in the 1990s. 800,000 men, women, and children were literally murdered, executed by the Houthis. Now, she said that this woman right here, but you've seen the video, yes, the other video that I made. Watch that video, and she will explain. I put the link on there. She will explain to you that the Houthis came in and murdered 800,000 women and children. She saw a woman get her head cut off with her baby. And okay, so now she said before that was happening, the Houthis was on the news prophesying and promoting the murder of the Tutsis. But and then somebody gave them the weapons. The Houthis was supplied with weapons, ammunitions, and they were given the badge to be the police, to be the authority figures over the Tutsis. And it's only two tribes in that particular region. In that I think it's I can't remember the. Okay, it was Rwanda. It was in Rwanda. Yes, in Rwanda. Now, so if it's two tribes, right? One tribe was there first. I believe it would be the Tutsis. Her people was here first on their land, and then the Houthis came. When the Houthis came, all hell broke loose. Now you have to ask yourself, where was the UN? Where was the UN for 100 days? They murdered 800,000 men, women, and children. And so when you see the United Nations, they are in Geneva, Switzerland, just above Africa. But they run Africa. There's African people that's running the UN. There's Chinese. There's all different kind of nations. But the question is, how can it be so much genocide in Africa if you have a government to look over Africans? Because it is the UN and the United Nations who are one and the same entity. And what they do is they create poverty for all indigenous black people in this world. I will prove to you that the people who are ruling over us are not even from this world. They're from planet Jupiter, believe it or not. And you will see it on this other video I'm going to show you. On the next video I'm going to show you. Because I can't show you on this. You have to go to my Rumble channel. That they don't come from here. And when you look at the movie They Live, look at the movie They Live. It shows you clearly that they don't come from. The people that run this country don't come from this planet. They are literal like monsters. Monsters, demons, and vampires. Literally. Okay, and that's why they have them have horror films, because it's really real. And you will find this information out anyway. You're going to find this out soon enough. You're going to have to, because everything is being revealed. But I'm going to leave a link. But in this video that I showed before, 800. Now before that, it was more genocide before that in Africa. There's another woman that talks about sacrificing. She sees hundreds and hundreds of children being sacrificed in another state in Africa. Why is it so much sacrifice of children under the watch of the UN? Because it's the UN and the United States that are not indigenous. They are not gingerbread colored people. They're not aboriginals of this world. Because why is it when they come, all hell breaks loose? We're in hell. And think about that. Here in this country, you have black men that are. I just seen a Rap the News video where it was just nothing but black men in the Bible. We're in the middle of war. I mean, we've always been at war. Therefore, these men are forced to be paying rent on their own land. And yet they're focused on the Bible. That's an abomination. Yes, it is an abomination, because if you were to ask God to judge these men, the first thing he would say is that these men they have fear in their heart and they're stupid. That's the number one common thing that these men have, that he's shown in that room, that the number one thing that they have is stupidity and fear. Because why would you stay stuck in this Bible year after year after year, knowing it's not going to help you, when the person that have you forced to be paying rent on your own land is at the city hall building? No, literally, the mayor is right downtown at the city hall building. They're there Monday through Friday, every single day. And if you don't like and they're the ones that run the police department, the sheriff, that tell you if you don't pay this rent, you gotta da 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 da, you gotta get out, and this is your own land. You could have went to the mayor and said, you know what? I just discovered that I'm indigenous to my land and I have proof. The time that you have wasted in this Bible, year after year after year, and never getting any type of results is absolutely insanity. Go ahead, look at the video game called Far Cry. This Cuban dude down in South America, all he do is kill white people. Because he said, why do you lock up the black people and why do you do that? And then you try to say that you want to save them, but yet you never give them their land back. And you keep perpetuating this lie over and over again, thinking that you're going to save somebody and getting the same results, destruction. So all he do is just kill white people in Cuba. It's a video game called Far Cry. You keep doing the same thing over and over again. It's insanity. Black people going into the Bible and not getting any results of your situation is insane. It's insane. You have to go. You have to literally get to the person that got you fucked up. Because because judgment will be based on a person's actions. If you're deliberately being fearful of the white man, and you're deliberately scared of them, and you're deliberately like scared to even reach out to people who know how to get to the promised land, who have the instructions to get to the promised land, and you don't support that person, but you stay in the Bible, or you stay on your own belief that gives you no results in you getting out of your situation, then you're being judged. Yourself is being judged. Because in the end, God is going to say, well, what have you done for yourself to get yourself out of it? Well, I've been in the Bible. I ain't do shit. I just been reading this damn Bible. And God is going to say, well, okay, I didn't write that though. Ooh, yeah, I didn't write that. Yeah, God is going to say that he didn't write it. You know, and so you in this thing, you in this, and where is it taking you? Nowhere. So those people who are in the Bible are being judged based on their actions, and in the end, they will be destroyed in the end based on their own actions. I'm just saying this is what's going to happen to people who just stay stuck in their own perpetual hell, and they don't seek out to help themselves or their family. They just think and believe that this Bible is going to save them, like a book is going to save them or something. And it's like, well, it's the predictions that's in there. It's like, yeah, but even the predictions, they're not telling you to be fearful, and it's not telling you to be scared of the white man. I think it's telling you the opposite. When they say repent of your sins, they're talking to the Gentiles to repent to us. But if they're not repenting and they're still killing us, you would have to go to the person that's killing you. You would have to literally go back and find your history and then bring it to the person that got you fucked up. So is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. I actually take it to the person that actually messed us all up, and I say, oh, here's the proof that we're all indigenous, and that every single government building and every single restaurant, every single jail and prison owes me rent money. Every single post office, Starbucks, restaurant, anything you can think of owes me rent money. Because I'm indigenous. And every single gingerbread colored person is indigenous to their own land. And no Gentile supposed to tell you where to lay or stay. And if you don't fight back against that, then you are being judged by your own actions. I mean, there's nothing stopping you from going to the mayor, which is right down, downtown. So you can drive the church which won't give you any results. But you would pass up the city hall building where the mayor is at. You need to pay him a visit. Here's proof that I'm indigenous. Now, here's the problem. You have everyone believing that black people come from Africa and we don't. So I'm here to fix this problem. And then we're going to have a meeting. So how come a group of black men that goes to church couldn't do that at the mayor's office? How come they can't do that? Because because they're in the Bible and they're fearful of everything. They're scared, homely and humble. That's exactly what they are. You watch Raptor News, and you see a whole bunch of black men in this room and just talking about the damn Bible. It's really it's 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 really embarrassing because you can see these black men are just scary. It's, it's like, why are you talking about this stupid book? It's not going to give you anything. If it has predictions in it, then shouldn't you act on those predictions? I mean, if it's telling you what's going to happen, shouldn't you act upon it? If you're the one that's messed up, wouldn't you want to get yourself out of it? Right? And I think that if God was to judge you, they would ask you, well, what did you do? Oh, I was just in the Bible. They would look at you like you're crazy. Yeah. No black man is going to get picked up by a spaceship if they're in the Bible, if they're in the church. I'm just letting you know right now. You're not going to get picked up by a spaceship. No mothership is going to pick you up. You'll be zapped before you picked up. I can guarantee you that. In fact, I'll probably make sure of that. Yeah. Because I'm the one that was abducted. So if anybody's going to get picked up, I would know. And I would know that. Because I'm here to know. I'm supposed to know. Okay. So, since I know for a fact that there is not one black man that's going to get picked up who's in the Bible. I'm just, yeah. Yes. Yes. And you can count on that. Okay. Now, when we talk about judgment, we're talking about our own actions. We're talking about what do we do? What do we do if we're being murdered? Do we sit here and do we complain about it? Knowing that we can do something about it, and we can only do what we can do. We can't do anything outside of ourselves. You just can't go outside and just start killing everybody. You can't do that. You have to do what you can do. So what can you do? You can write the mayor a letter and tell them, hey, you know what? I discovered that my whole entire family is indigenous. We're going to have to do something about this, sir. You're not indigenous. So, you're going to have to get a group of men together, group of women together. All of you guys come together and just somehow get to the mayor and let them know. Because if you don't try to save yourself from this flood that's about to come, and what's the flood? The flood means is that it's judgment. It's judgment on those who do not help themselves. Okay? And if you're sitting here in hell and you're just praying and hoping some mothership will pick you up, or praying that you'll be raptured up, that's not going to happen. It's going to be hell upon you to make you come up out your house, to make you do what you were supposed to do. Nothing's going to come to you and rescue you. You're going to rescue yourself by force. Okay? Because why? If that's the case, then every single white person would have been raptured the moment Trump took office. Oh yeah, because Trump is their grim reaper. Let me repeat that. Trump is their grim reaper. Okay, he came there to depopulate. And so if they were going to get raptured, it would have been the moment he took office. And that's why the media was really getting on him, because they knew what he came there to do. And then he just smashed on out. He said the word, and left. And now they're all forced to take it. Now, I told you guys to go to Lisa Haven's video. Go to Lisa Haven's video. Okay? She's telling you, I can't even show it. You see that? Copyright strike. You need to go to my Patreon. I didn't load up any videos last week, the week before, but this time I will, because I have to. You have to see these videos on Rumble too. What I'm going to show you is that, and it's on there now, there's videos now on there where they're being forced to take it now. I told you that they were. I predicted that they were going to be forced to take it. Okay? Now, and I'm talking about they're going to go door to door because Lisa Haven just said it. Now, I don't like her. I don't like Lisa Haven. I'm just looking at her because it's not happening to black people. All of this mandate shit, that ain't happening to black people. In fact, there's another video where there's another guy on here. He says only 4% of black people in California took it. 4%, that's all. That's nothing. You know how many black people is here? Oh man, at least 20 million. That's a lot of black people here. Anyway, So only 4%. That means we're not feeling that. We ain't taking it. Okay? But however, do you remember when it wasn't even Fauci, it was Bill Gates and his wife? The first thing he said was, well, we're going to give it to the blacks and the Mexicans first. Remember that? Remember he said that? I told you on Facebook, I said, oh, that's a lie. The reason why the moment he said that, three years ago, he said that he was going to give the voom vooms to blacks and Mexicans. I said, oh, that's a lie. The reason why he said that was to appease the white people, was to appease them, to appease the most racist white people, to make it be like, oh, okay, well it's just for the blacks. And then they thought, well, wait a minute. If it's a corona, if it's if it's a virus or something, we need to get it. We need to get it. So then they started to run and get it. It was a trick. It was a trick. Okay, they tricked the white people to actually get it by saying, no, we're going to give it to the blacks and Mexicans because they're the poorest and they don't have enough money to get it. So we're going to give it to them first because they need it the most. We were like, no, I'm not taking no, right? But then white people, the most racist, was like, well, wait, why does the blacks get it first? Hold on, we'll get it first. And they ran to it. They ran to it. That's why most of them got it, because they were promoting that we were going to get it first. And I already said it was a lie. They're not going to get, no, they not even going to. And when Trump came on there, what did he say? He told your ass to stay in the house. He said, don't come outside, mask up, stay in the house. See, you have to see the clues of what it is saying. It is saying for white people to take it and for black people to sit down. Don't do nothing, just stay in the house. Okay? And then now they have it where your groceries come to your house. You don't even have to deal with white people, right? So the groceries come to your house. Of course, the mail come to your house, but you don't have to go to the grocery store to deal with these white people. You don't have to go to the, if you go to the, Section 8 house or welfare house or whatever, you don't have to go there no more. If you're on that, you don't. You have to deal with that, you know. Um, so I'm just saying there's people that are trying to avoid they're trying to avoid judgment and wrath and shit. And what has happened is that it's like God or divine intervention has jumped in and said the 400-year slavery is ended. But how they said it was corona. Mask up, separate from my children, right? Okay, so that means they have to mask up, they have to separate. So you don't have to deal with these people because they're now the glorious thing is that every day that goes by, so next year, oh, it's gonna be real bad for them. Year 2020, I mean 2022, oh man, it's gonna be brutal. But I don't think nothing is gonna be as worse as 2023 and 24. Because 2023 and 24 is when they're gonna be forced to get on the train. They're gonna be forced to get on like big old huge buses, and you're gonna see people that you've never seen before come up to a white police officer in oh, that's what I wanted to tell you. Yesterday there was 6 police officers, white, and they arrested this black man, and they didn't have on no uniforms. That's what I forgot. That's what I've been. That's the reason why I made this video. Okay, now, okay. Yesterday I saw 6, and they were driving their cars. The police officers were driving their cars. They weren't driving police officer cars. They were driving their cars. And the only thing they had on was the bulletproof vest and the badge to show that they were the police officers. Do you know what that means? Do you have any idea what this means? It's proof that the 400 years is over. The 400-year slavery is over. What are the odds that when Trump comes in, he rips a new booty hole in the FBI, CIA? They are no more. They're gone. They're done. And then they talk about mask up, separate, right? Because you're going to take the boom. See? And now, not only are they defunded, But they don't even drive their own car. They don't drive the police car. They drive their cars to arrest somebody. Ooh. Now guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna see them getting shot. Because if you in your civilian, how are we supposed to know if you're the police? And even if you're the police, you're not supposed to be because you're defunded. And UN had already tried you for treason. So you're not even supposed to be the police. So now look what it's looking like. It's looking like they're out of pocket. These white people that are supposed to be cops, they still want to be cops, don't they? They want to be cops so bad. I swear I bush you. Listen, I'm in okay, now uh let's see. Kanye Kim Kardashian, Kanye West and all of the movie stars and stuff, they live in Calabasas. Okay, so ooh, that's like ooh man, that's like a 5 hour drive from here, from where I'm at. I'm in Chino Hills, and this is where Snoop Dogg and his whole family lives in Chino Hills over where I'm at. Okay, so this area here, there is no police officers that are driving normal cars, or that are driving police cars. So, um, so this is where we're at, and you can see it. I guess LA too. I guess LA too. I gotta call my daughter, but LA is different from Chino Hills. So, but we're still next. You know, I'm in San Bernardino. We're in San Bernardino County. So, and San Bernardino County is the largest county in the world, actually. That's what they said, the largest county. Anyway, we're on the borderline of Los Angeles. So we're on the borderline of Los Angeles and um, yeah. So anyway, there's no cop cars. There's no they can't wear the uniform.